chasing the Cup.
Georgia Pacific Racing.
Home Depot team.
GMAC Chevy.
DeWalt Racing, chasing the Cup.
Team Lowe's Racing. Kodak Racing Dodge. Interstate Batteries, chasing the Cup. EA Sports, it's in the game.
NASCAR 2005, chasing the Cup.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Dylan Marway here, and well, after a year waiting, you are finally going to get NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup. Now, some facts aside here, NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup was released on August 30th of 2004 for the PS2, Xbox, and Nintendo GameCube. This was the last NASCAR game to be released on an actually good Nintendo console. However, the EA NASCAR games didn't continue to be on 6th generation consoles until NASCAR 9 on the PS2. So, bullcrap aside, we're going to jump in and do a full season with the Cup Series. Go ahead and load up our season. And the driver we will be. Take the driver I'm going to be is the man Kevin Harvick. My current favorite NASCAR Sprint Cup driver? No. The man who's going to be retiring at the end of this NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season, Tony Stewart. Today in the Daytona 500, we will be using his 2004 Home Depot Chevrolet, and we're going to be like What If Racing. We're going to try to change paint schemes to go along with the scheme he ran in real life. So, for example, once we get to Charlotte, we'll be running his 2003 Home Depot paint scheme, which really there isn't much of a difference. Once we get to, and we'll even throw this scheme in there for a few races. Once we run this car, you'll say, Shrek is love, Shrek is life. So, we are going to be Tony Stewart. So, there's going to be 12% races. And, cautions will be on, just like always. Let me check settings here. I think I have fuel on. I'm not sure, but I think I turned fuel and tires on. So let's jump right into the Daytona 500. Before every race, Bill Weber will talk. I will shut up for that.
One word describes the place and the race every driver dreams about. A dream about winning. A dream about gold. A dream about history. That word is Daytona. Today, the dream of one driver will come true as EA Sports presents the Daytona 500.
Thank you, Bill Weber. Let's discuss the format for each and every race. We will qualify, just like on NASCAR Thunder 2004, which unfortunately Season 2 will have to be cut off because my PS2 memory card decided to delete the files. Damn, PS2. Can't wait till I get the PS3 in here. So while we're at it, let's go qualify. One thing you'll probably notice, change floor settings. Is the apron is much more deadly in this game. Actually, no, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. You can actually spin out just from flipping the apron, which means things are gonna actually be pretty tight. In fact, last time I played this game just as a sit down on the PS2 was hell, all the way back in 8th grade. All the way back in 8th grade was the last time I played through this game. Before I before the issues happened with the corrupted file. And I tried setting one up back in May of that year, and unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I decided, screw it, call off NASCAR 2005 for a while, and then lately I've been thinking, you know what? Let's bring this game back. From the dead, you guessed it, NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup. One lap on the board here at Daytona. Now, here's my opinions on this game. They stripped a little bit from the Thunder games. An example of this is at the beginning of every race on Thunder 2004, you have MRN radio give the starting grid. What do you have in NASCAR 2005? Bill Weber talking about the track, and David Rabida something. Fuck, I can't remember his last name. Some guy named David with playing some music, and then you just get thrown straight into the race. The victory celebrations are also stripped down too, which kind of suck. Also, for this game, they removed Pocono, stripped Jeremy Mayfield out of the game, and in the onboard view, you cannot look in the cockpit. I thought that was pretty stupid when I first played it, because I'm flipping through, clicking circle, thinking, okay, I want to see what the cockpit looks like. What? So instead of a cockpit view like you would see on NASCAR 2004, NASCAR 2011, NASCAR Inside Line, NASCAR 14, and even NASCAR 15, when I do onboard views, you're going to see a hood. See the hood of Tony Stewart's car. Coming down to the Daytona Tri-Oval, and our time will put us. What I do like about this game, it brings a pretty good deal of challenge to. It actually brings a really good deal of challenge that I really like, but at the same time, steering can get pretty touchy. It brings a pretty good challenge. So let's give a little speech today. 43 drivers are going to see what 3 months of winter's work is going to bring. Can it bring a Harley J. Earl trophy? Or the grim reminder that NASCAR isn't the sport for everyone? Let's go. Pace car is off. I start 12th. Green flag on NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup. For 24 laps at the World Center of Racing. Gotta get to the bottom. Now. Oh. Out of turn 2, Elliott Sadler and I get together. Sadler loses many spots, but he does not spin it around. We do stay green. One thing you'll notice is, for this game, they actually brought back the Grudges and Alliances feature seen in NASCAR Thunder 2004. However, this time, it's much easier to gain friends. As you can see, we try to draft off Casey Kane. One thing you'll also notice is the draft is much more touchy than in Thunder 2004. And I don't know if it's the game, the PS2, or just me not playing this game in forever. But holy hell, the draft is touchy. Two laps in, Mark Martin who has never won a Daytona 500 in his career, continues to lead another lap as we consistently pick our way through this field. Somebody checked up in front of Brian Vickers, and we ran into the back of him. As the front force begin to form two-car tango lines. with Brendan Gaughan, Robbie Gordon, Mark Martin's up there. I think I see Casey Kane as well. Casey Kane with a big head of steam to the front at Daytona. One thing you'll notice in this game is this is the first EA NASCAR game to add multiple NASCAR series in there. This they need to bring back for newer games because truck guys and Xfinity guys with their cars on cup bodies is just atrocious. Sure, you technically probably hit the nail on the head with Trevor Bayne driving the 6 car in 2015, but it's just more realistic to have truck drivers driving trucks with their paint schemes on truck bodies. It just makes more logical sense. So, they even did this in NASCAR Heat Evolution, which I think is bullshit in my opinion, is they put freaking Ben Kennedy, who I'm in a cup car with his truck paint scheme. They put Tyler Reddick in a cup car with his truck paint scheme. Are any of them going to come in the next few years? Tyler Reddick would be more likely than Ben Kennedy, but I've seen Stranger Schneid in NASCAR. But it might just be me nitpicking. Also, as you kind of saw there a couple times is with that little stint with Robbie Gordon, the apron is very dangerous in this game. You need to be away from the apron. And what you'll also notice is your car seems to be much more loose in this game. Thunder 2004, you had your steering be tight and responsive, and your car won't friggin' try to step out under you. Getting a little antsy-aggressive with Mark Martin there for third, is the front four have checked out from the rest of this field. You're on board with Tony Stewart. Whoa, oh God. Like I said, the apron is a bad place to run. If you remember in my first playthrough of this game with Jeff Gordon, I was trying to pass Tony Stewart late in the race and apron happened. Another thing I like about this game is the crew chief seems to be a lot more involved, but his lines that he says aren't as funny as Thunder 2004. Thunder 2004's lines actually had me, crew chief and spotter lines, actually had me on the floor laughing because they were so damn funny. But then again, 2011's spotter soundbites were a damn joke. He seemed more concerned with what spectators were getting for lunch instead of you. Thank God that was fixed for inside line. So 8 laps put on the board. Casey Kane trapped on the outside lane, but he squeezes in. Contact is made. Kane slides up the racetrack. Caution is not out. What I wish they bring back is have the AI drive realistically, as if they did in real life, but without all this stupid telemetry. Like, I'm pretty sure if you hit a car on NASCAR 14 or 15, they spaz out of control into the wall. Heck, you've seen it in person. You've seen it too. Every time I get into a car in NASCAR 14, they either spaz up the racetrack into the wall or just send me spinning. Mark Martin and Brendan Gaughan are currently 1-2. They are side by side. And the goal here for this Let's Play, have as few enemies as possible that want to take you out per race. The fewer enemies you have, the easier everything gets. Yeah, okay, good. I do have tire and fuel turned on. Oh, sorry, my computer was going to sleep. Brendan Gaughan leads for the first time in the Daytona 500 with Mark Martin second, Tony Stewart third, Casey Kane fourth, and I have no idea who's in fifth. One time on this game, I actually lapped the entire field at Dodge Raceway. Really not that hard since it's a 3.8 mile race. Oh, more contact this time with Casey Kane. This is not good. First rival of the Let's Play. There's Bobby Labonte. It shows that I need to play this game a lot more often because I suck total donkey butter. And another thing that also sucks about this game is they just don't have as many paint schemes as like Thunder 2004 did. Thunder 2004 had a freaking boatload of paint schemes you can race as for real Cup drivers. Like, fuck, what do I remember? I think Bobby Labonte in Thunder 2003 had like 13 paint schemes. As you see Jeff Gordon trying to get by us on the top side. We've actually roughed up Casey Kane quite a bit in this Let's Play. Quite a bit in this race, just roughing up drivers to get by. Which is definitely not the way you should race in real life. We're going to come off onto pit road. Whoa. Just slow down, slow down. Slow down to your pit stall. No. See the... Oh, okay, I just aborted my pit stop. Crap. Didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. I genuinely did not want to do that. Guess we're going to have to come back around again for this green flag pit stop. Dang it. See, Brendan Gaughan and the rest of the leaders are pitting, which basically means I think the lead will be turned over here. But Brendan Gaughan's still going to stay out. My stupidity it was almost like when I played through NASCAR Thunder 2004 with Jeff Gordon in the first Let's Play I did of that game. It was at Vegas where I had the same exact situation. Whoa! Can we save it? Oh! Ow, hard hit. For Tony Stewart, we saved the car, thank God. But we gimp on down pit road. Yeah, I'm going to repair the damage this time. Yeah, it was kind of stupid having to abort the pit stop decision, but I think it might have been just... And, oh yeah. An Easter egg you can get with this game is you can have Mr. Clean pit crew members. What better to have white guys in white t-shirts with massive pecs who probably look like they work out 13 hours a day servicing your car. As Rusty Wallace takes over the lead here in the Daytona 500, I come out of pit road in last. Matter of fact, I'm surprised I did not spin out when I was coming on pit road. I was honestly afraid if I did, you know. Now we continue the lonely trek to hopefully get my lap back. And I believe it looks like Rusty Wallace is going to stay out. Or is he going to pit? I can't really tell. Robbie Gordon assumes the lead. Terry Labonte is now going to take control of the lead on green flag stops. As you tune in the special thing I'm going to do for Prospect Ridge Academy viewers of the school, which is not very many of you, to be honest with you, I am going to hold a special homecoming themed live stream before the homecoming dance. It will start at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time, so 3:30 p.m. on the East Coast, 2:30 Central, and 12:30 if you're on the West Coast. It'll be 2 hours long. I think it'll be 3 hours long, and I will answer any fan questions. I will be making a video on it later tonight, that I will be publishing in the next few days. For next week, if anybody has any fan questions, or if they just want to strictly get to know me, then they can ask them. As long as they're not age appropriate, or what's your number, or are you single, or do you have a massive six-pack abs, or are you John Wall? They can be any questions you want. If you want to get to know me, or if I had any girlfriends, or have I been in a relationship before, or what's your favorite sport, or any of that crap, or how long have you done jiu-jitsu, stuff like that. Also, there's going to be some live music playing, some music from where I'll actually show off my alto clarinet and play some pieces. Or actually show clips of me playing my alto clarinet with. Okay, so it's going to be a homecoming live stream, 2 hours, start at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time, and it's going to be streamed on Google Hangouts. There will be music playing. You can ask any questions you want about me if you want to get to know me, or anything related to my channel, or just me personally. There will also be plans of what Let's Plays I'm going to do this fall. Other than this, Wrath of Cortex, Underground, and the announced Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2005 version, not the 2012 Burnout ripoff. So October 15th, there will be a live stream lasting 2 hours from 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. and it'll be before the Prospect Ridge Academy homecoming dance. Be there on Saturday, October 15th. If you want to call in, and join my video, you can. Coming around now, anyways, back to the race. We're still in last right now. At this point, we're just making laps. As Mark Martin's currently on the backstretch, we are in genuine desperate need for a caution. In genuine need for a caution right now. The entire pack of 42 is lumped together, however, but we need to get to the front and get there fast. As Mark Martin continues to lead on lap 18 in the Daytona 500, we are still cruising along in 43rd, 26 seconds. Oh. Yeah. 26 seconds back. Coming down out of turn number 4. I need a caution, but I don't want to be like Clint Boyer and just, if I hadn't have hit a board the first time I came down pit road, I would have been saved. One thing to notice, if you run along the apron on, like, say, Thunder 2004, your car would just be fine. But if you run on the apron in the newer EA games, good chance your car might be going around. A really good chance that your car is going to probably spin around a couple times. 5 laps to go in the Daytona 500. We need a caution, and we need it now. And whoa, God. And the caution flag is out for the first time in the Daytona 500 because I slid to a stop. Here we go for the restart here in the Daytona 500. First caution, 2 laps to go. Green flag back into the air. Last lap in the Daytona 500. Can Mark Martin finally pull off one of the biggest wins of his career? And more importantly, let's see how many positions I can make up in the span of 2.5 miles. This is going to suck. Finishing. Gonna come down the back stretch for the final time. Coming around, looks like we're gonna be long. Coming out of turn 4, Mark Martin is gonna see the checkered flag, win the Daytona 500. I spin and finish 42nd as there's a crash at the line. Mark Martin has won the Daytona 500. Allies for this race, Bobby Labonte, Earnhardt Jr., Dale Jarrett, and Brendan Gaughan. Rivals for this race, Casey Kane and Rusty Wallace. Look at the unofficial results. Mark Martin wins the Daytona 500, followed by Bobby Labonte in second, Dale Earnhardt Jr. third, Brendan Gaughan fourth, Jimmy Johnson 5th, Rusty Wallace 6th, Jeff Gordon 7th after starting 32nd, Michael Waltrip 8th, Jamie McMurray 9th, and Ryan Newman 10th. So already this season we're kind of in a hole. In points, as the next race is going to be at North Carolina Speedway for race 2 of 36 for the Running It East Subway 400. See you then.